Welcome to Breaking Through These Brick Walls with your host, Delva Brown. Today, I wanted to create just a quick, small video to show you how to upload your tree from your testing platform to Gedmatch. Now, today, I'm only going to show how to download your tree from Ancestry. So let's get started. While you're in Ancestry, there's just a few things you need to do in order to do this process. What's important about having a tree in Gedmatch is as you view my tree, a tree is important because it allows people that are searching in Gedmatch to see any DNA connections, to try to determine how are they related to you. Now, if you don't have your tree as complete as you can get it uploaded, then there's no way that I can determine how I'm related to you. And generally, as in Ancestry, of course, there's more than one way to view a tree. And basically, this is the view I love to use. So basically, on the left-hand side, you're going to mouse over the pedigree little icon in the left, and this is the horizontal view. And what this quickly does, it allows users or me to be able to click on a name and to be able to see the full details of that person and to engage and get a quick glimpse at how possibly I could be related to you or the person that I'm researching or the person who I want them to see the tree. But if you don't have a tree, there's no way to break those assertions of how we're related. The other way some people tend to look at their tree is going to be the vertical view. And I guess if you're trying to see the children or all of the children and all of the family members, you may want to engage the tree in this way. So, but I like to do a quick at a glance and look at the surnames because it's going to be through our grandparents, how we're going to be related, our ancestors. So if at a quick glance, I can do this and I can take a look at your tree, then I can quickly see at a glance how I may possibly relate it to your surnames or be able to see any gaps in my tree. So in order to do that, we're just going to go to trees, and you want to choose the tree that is your main primary tree. And you're going to go to create and manage trees. Once you're in create and manage tree, you're going to look to your right and see tree settings. Under tree settings, you're going to just click on that option. As we wait for Ancestry to do what it needs to do. And you're going to scroll all the way to the bottom and you're going to choose export tree. And Ancestry basically says that it could take a few minutes for the export to complete. And if you have a large tree, it may take longer than some others. But once this export is complete, basically, as you can see, this file is not just called a tree, but the technical term is called a GEDCOM file. So we're going to want this GEDCOM file to be uploaded into Gedmatch. And that way we're going to be able to see your tree. Today, I already have a tree that's uploaded in Gedmatch, but I need to clean up the tree. So now I'm going to download a more current tree because you can always download and re-upload new trees. And in your upper right-hand corner, you're going to see that it's basically downloading to my computer's drive. So now you're going to go over to Gedmatch. And from Gedmatch, you're going to, on the home page, you're going to take a look at the profile, and just under any of the DNA that you uploaded, you're going to see GEDCOM, this particular section right here. And now for me, if you have a blank one, then basically you're going to have a blank GEDCOM file. I'm going to remove the file that is here because I want to upload a new file. You can have more than one GEDCOM in here associated, but the goal of having a GEDCOM is to make sure everyone in your identifiable tree is linked, especially if you've uploaded their DNA. And I believe I called this all family tree. Give it a name. I'm going to identify the person that this tree is for. And one other thing I want to make certain our Ancestry or your testing authority provider, you want to make sure you are the main person, and who are you in this tree is set to yourself. Because if you don't do that, then in Gedmatch it's going to point to that person, and it'll appear to be they are the first person that's in that pedigree chart, when in fact it should be you. Yes, I agree that everything is due. You're just going to go through the motions, and now you're going to go to your downloads and upload that particular file. And what's really cool and great about Gedmatch, once it's uploading, it goes through a process of checking your file for issues and errors. And apparently I had a lot of errors that at some point I need to go clean up. But so this is identifying how many people are in your file. And so it's going to go through its process of checking that actual file structure, looking for all of the individuals that are identified in the file. And then after it does this, the next section is going to go through the process of trying to identify any issues. Like sometimes when you copy information from someone's tree, Ancestry or some of the other authority providers may not identify the sex of that person, male or female. And so Gedmatch tries to figure out what the relationship of that person can be. And you'll just want to go back to where your primary tree is and update and can make those corrections so that your tree can be as accurate as possible. Through the process of identifying some of the people in your tree, what are some of the issues that they found for those people, and now they're going to be adding them. And you can always go back to the names that are identified in your list and make sure you update them correctly. It won't negate the display of the information in your tree to others, but you're just going to want to make sure that it's as accurate as possible. Sometimes you may have a female identified as a father, and so there's little technical things like that that you want to make sure that you correct. And now you can see that it's evaluating the data once it gets toward the end of that process. And I guess I have 14,000 people in my current tree. And once it's done, it's going to let you know that it's complete. And now users should be able to see your tree. So now remember, if you've gone and done the hard step one of taking a test, that is the first step that we're going to take in this journey. That is looking for our family tree and trying to find our relatives, or trying to see what information we find. But if you've gone to that next step and you've actually added your DNA to Gedmatch, make certain that you add a tree, because that is where the moneymaker is in Gedmatch. I'll actually show tips and tricks on Gedmatch and Ancestry. Be sure to check out that video. BioTea.com. Our concentrate teas are special blends with a variety of herbs and spices that you just add to water. Once you mix and stir, you can enjoy them hot or cold. Find out how we made water better. BioTea.com. Drink your way to better health.